NBA sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Indianapolis Colts. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That gain on third down, good for 28.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 29-yard line. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. Down to about the 22 here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a second and 3.
Next, the receivers don't spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on third down. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack. On fourth down, Ryan Succop now for the Buccaneer field goal. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And Succop missed it. It's no good. He missed it wide to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
This drive starts with a Haskins carry. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Colts at 10-2 on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Rolling to his left. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Watson. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To the air yet again, Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shaquille Barrett able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. And his kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. It's a pretty good opening drive that'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They won 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today, Paul.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll run again with Harris. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Try him with Pickett here on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
On 2nd down at 4, Watson finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at the 6-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here's Mostert. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
On 2nd and goal, Watson. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Haskins. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll go for it and run a little touch pass here. And he is not going to be able to get away as he's swarming for a loss shy of the goal line. The trick play does not pan out here on 4th and goal. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Pickett. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Pickett's throw complete to Otten. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
He'll check this one off to Fournette. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now Pickett. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Colts are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
And those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
He's up to the 20. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Watson's throw complete there to Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. A handoff running left is Mostert. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Watson now to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer Pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. The Colts send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And it's taken in at the 9. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all or nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll take this one up to about the 23.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
It was Kwity Paye who made the stop coming off the edge. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Pickett back to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
Up the gut, Fournette. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Here's Pickett. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he is going to have a Bucs first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On second down. Here's Fournette. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this third down play as we played 3 quarters. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive. Pickett. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Najee Harris, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bucs are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's a run from Haskins. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact, but that time they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape, because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, so much for holding to a field goal. The pressure they got home on the previous play didn't hear, and that bought their quarterback some time to find a receiver, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Deontay Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Oh, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. That is a play that you just do not see very often. Maybe a couple times a year, the blocked extra point return for 2.
You can't afford to give anyone a free run at the kicker. Oftentimes, he's going to bounce off his hands or chest and head the other direction.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown. Their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A give to Haskins up the middle. And they'll get him down right about the 20. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. On the draw, this is Fournette. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Kevin Farley. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Watson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
One final shot for Pickett. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Colts come up with a late turnover. But it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception.
Hello, new world, all the boys and girls. I got some true stories.